Alright everyone, now that we're done with our first brew here, we're going to go through a few of the important topics, maybe stuff that I mentioned but I didn't get to get into detail with. So let's go with water quality first. Like I said, I'm from Colorado. We've got fantastic water, especially for brewing. It's wonder we've got a few of the big name brewers here, and a few of the big name smaller brewers here as well. Let's see. You want water that's crisp, clear, clean, not any aftertaste to it, because that's all going to end up in your beer. Alright? So if you don't have access to good water, well, just use a filter. You know, any of those pure Brita is going to work fine for you. Second topic is sanitization. Once again, I'm going to stress how important it is. If you don't do it properly, you're going to have, you know, some off flavors. A lot of times people find sort of a citrusy flavor that they didn't really want in their beer. And it's not going to hurt you, you know, if something is off. Basically everything that you put in there is healthy. So just remember proper steps and you'll be safe with your flavors, okay? Let's see. As far as the brewing process goes, each beer is going to take a different amount of time to ferment, to be from the start to the beginning, as far as your time goes. So this beer here took about 20 days, give or take. So we let it ferment in our first fermentation for about 10 days. For the first 3 to 5 is your blow-off process. We let it go a little bit farther to 8 days until we put our fermentation lock on top. And then just let it set for another 2 days. And then we transfer it to the bottles. And that's another 10 days in the bottles, and that's called bottle conditioning. And that is what our priming sugar was for. So our priming sugar reactivates your yeast, gets that carbonation back into it, helps them produce a little bit more alcohol. Depending on your tastes, you can, you know, let them ferment a little bit longer. You're really not going to get much over 10% alcohol, and you really don't want it. There are different ways, different beers. A barley wine, for example, is a good beer if you like a high alcohol content, and it's made for that. You know, something lighter like this, not so much. Excuse me. Also, let's see. We do have our just to get creative with your beer. Say you're doing a wheat, like American wheat. You want to add some berry flavors to it. Take some organic frozen blueberries, you know, and just puree them, mix them into your wort a little bit, and put them into the fermentation process. You're going to get a little bit of that flavor coming off of it. There's literally, you know, hundreds of things you can do with it. Jalapeno beer, green chili beer, blueberry, strawberry. So, you know, it's a fun process, and once you start getting into it, you're not going to be afraid to try new things. Let's see. So just be creative. Always be creative. Don't be afraid to try something new. If you mess up, you mess up. You start from scratch. Try it a different way, right? And above all, you know, just remember to be safe with your drinking. Oh, yeah, actually, sediment in there. So sediment's going to help out with that a little bit. You're always going to have a little bit of sediment. We're not going to be able to filter our beer as the big guys do. The sediment's a good thing. It's going to have B vitamins in there, protein. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger used to drink a keg of beer, he said, after his big weightlifting competitions. I don't recommend you do that, but I always thought that was a funny story. So that sediment's going to be good. B vitamins are lost when you're drinking, so that's going to help replenish it a little bit. Just remember, always be smart with drinking. Be safe, and above all, have fun. Have fun with your brewing. Okay, home brewing's not a tough process, and it's a good time. Invite your friends, invite your family, and make a day out of it. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and cheers to y'all.